All right, welcome back to the Pinterest Board Mama podcast, where we invite motherhood to coexist with your healing journey. We end the mom guilt and shame around prioritizing you and your health along the way. I'm your host, Amanda Verg, and I am so glad to have y'all back for episode 2. I cannot wait to share this with you because I have been getting so many questions about what is a Pinterest board mama? What does it even mean to be a Pinterest board mama? Please help me understand. I want to know more about this. So I'm so excited to share with you today what this means, spill the tea, and continue diving into becoming your Pinterest board mama self. So let's start out with what it's not. Sometimes when we're learning about things, it's really helpful to also understand what things aren't. And so being a Pinterest board mama is not about perfection. It's not about a performance. It's not about fitting into a certain box or fitting into someone else's rules. It's not about comparing yourself as a mom. It's not trying to be the mom that your friend is, that your mom is, that someone that you're seeing online is. It's not about any of that. So I want us to take away this idea of comparison or feeling the need to be something that maybe you're just not, or maybe you just don't want to be. That is all okay. Because the fact of the matter is none of that is true to you. If you are trying to be someone else's version of a mom, you're not being true to yourself. So I want to start peeling back the layers on what that is and what that means, because we want you to be your best mom version of you. And it all starts with being who you are and who you want to be. So this is about being your version of the mom you want to be. If you want to homeschool your kids, great. If you want to send them to public school, private school, great. If you want to cook home cooked meals every single night for dinner, great. If you want to be work at home and be home with your kids, great. Whatever you want motherhood to be, that's what you get to decide. You get to create that for yourself. Again, this is your version of motherhood, not someone else's. Not your mom's, not your friends, yours. So you may be asking, okay, so great. How does this tie into healing and hormone health and, being the best mom version of me, being my truest mom self? Like, how do those even relate? Well, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I'm all about root cause healing and supporting women in their hormone healing journey. Part of that journey is prioritizing yourself, even in motherhood. Motherhood and healing journey and health, those aren't separate from each other. Okay. So I want to talk about this because it is such a myth and disillusion in our society and our world today, where we think and we have been conditioned to believe that you have to do everything for your kids. You always have to be with them. You have to run them to school, appointments, sports, play dates, all of the things. Now, I'm not saying that, if you want to do that as a mom, that you're a bad mom. And I'm not saying that if you don't do that as a mom, that you're a bad mom. There is absolutely no mom guilt, shame, blame, none of that. I know that you have to hold a household together and you are coordinating plans and holidays and shopping. Like, there's so much on your plate. The to-do list never ends for you. I get it. But let me ask you this. When do you actually get to focus on you? When do you set aside 5, 10, 30 minutes just for you? Is it once a day? Is it once a week? Once a year? I'm willing to bet for most of you, you don't get that time every day. You completely forget about you. I know you're so into your to-do list and whatever plans you have with your kids and, managing, your kids' like I said, appointments, to-do lists, all of the things. I get that. That's the part of motherhood. But the part where you set aside time for yourself, that's the part for you. That's part of your healing journey. So when you completely forget about you, what does that turn into? It becomes you pouring from an empty cup, being overstimulated, being overscheduled, being on an anxiety overdrive, stressed out to the point where by 8 o'clock rolls around, you are just snapping, just wanting your kids to go to sleep, having a second to breathe, no one to touch you, no one to talk to you. Right? You lose your patience throughout the day. You're exhausted. You snap at your kids, your partner, family, friends, and then you have mom guilt about it. Wondering why you feel this way, wondering why this is happening. It's a vicious cycle and it seems endless. It's so hard to pull yourself out of that. But the truth is, you can break free from that vicious cycle. I'm going to tell you how. When you prioritize yourself, your health, your healing, you're telling your body, you're telling your mind that you matter. You are setting a standard within yourself that you deserve to be healthy, that you deserve to feel good, that you deserve to feel fabulous. You deserve that. And you don't have to sacrifice your time with your kids in order to do that. You get to have both. Because remember, this is part of you. They both live in harmony. They can both coexist with each other. Your motherhood and the ideal version of a mom that you want to be, and your health. So this is where the idea of motherhood and healing coexist. They get to be one. And when you embody this and learn how to be in balance with yourself, you're more at peace. You're more at ease. You have a full cup. You have confidence, patience, and the ability to be present with your family. And as a mom, isn't that the ultimate goal? When you think about health and enjoying life and feeling good, feeling energized, isn't that the ultimate goal? So let's break free from this idea that you just have to accept, well, this is how it is. I have to choose one or the other. I can't do both. Or I'll prioritize my health once my kids are older, once they're out of the house, once, I don't have all these to-dos to do. No, it starts now. So if you want to show up as a better mom, be more energized, present, calm, at ease, connected, in tune, you have to prioritize yourself first. So you may be saying, okay, I can get on board with that, but how do I even do that? I feel stuck. I've been in this cycle for so long, I don't even know where to begin. I have my routine, my schedule, my things that I do, stuff for my kids. Where do I even start? You start with shifting your identity around motherhood and healing. You start with asking yourself, who is the mom I want to be? I want you to tap into your desires, your truth, the mom you want to show up as. I want you to sit with this and see what comes through for you, because it's creating your vision board. And think about your Pinterest board, all the things that you have saved on there, recipes, decorating ideas, kids' rooms ideas, whatever, crafting. Okay, make a mom board. Who do you want to be? What's your ideal self look like? What does she do? How does she care for herself? How does she show up for her kids, her family? How is she showing up? I want you to sit with this and just see what comes through. Maybe you do want to create a Pinterest board. Maybe you want to create a vision board. Maybe you want to journal on it. Maybe you just want to write some bullet points on a piece of paper. There's no right or wrong to this. I just want you to sit with it and see what comes through. Because once you know what this is, you can then determine how your healing journey can work for you. Because remember, healing and prioritizing your health goes hand in hand with being the mom that you want to be. They aren't separate from each other. You can't show up as the mom that you want to be when you're exhausted, when you're endlessly doom scrolling for answers, when you're feeling like crap, when you're just wanting answers to why you feel like garbage every single day, why you can't be present with your kids, why you're snapping at them, right? Maybe you're doing those things, some of those things, all of those things. I don't know. But I promise you, you won't show up as the mom you want to be when you continue to not prioritize yourself, when you keep pouring from an empty cup, when you keep trying to run on empty. It doesn't work. So I hope this brings clarity and peace to you, and knowing that there's a way out of this. You get to have both. And what a beautiful perspective. What a shift from what we've been conditioned to believe, from what we've been told to think, from what we've been told being a good mom is. We've been told for years that being a good mom, you do everything for your kids. You have to spend all the time with them. You have to take them here and there and schedules and this and that. No, I'm not saying that those things don't matter, because of course they do. But it starts with you. That is the thing that we have missed for so long. I want you to take that power back. I want you to have that decision again. Pull that back in. Because you don't have to sacrifice or just deal with unwanted symptoms. You don't just have to struggle your way through feeling like garbage and being exhausted every single day. Because remember, they get one childhood, you get one motherhood of them being 2 years old, 5 years old, 10 years old, 18 years old. Okay, you can't get that time back. So wouldn't you rather feel amazing, feel connected, feel energized, feel ready to be present with them every day because you feel good, because you have the energy to be with them, play with them, connect with them? Wouldn't that make motherhood so much more enjoyable, so much more free, so much more aligned with who you want to be, the mom you want to be? So this is my invitation to you to start prioritizing yourself today and be more of you, be more of the mom you want to be. And it all starts with prioritizing you and healing. So if you want to learn more about what hormone healing looks like and transforming your health, what that journey looks like, and how you can heal and allow motherhood to coexist in your life, you can apply below to work with me. The link is in the show notes. And I would also love if you followed along with me on Instagram, which is also posted below in the show notes. I cannot wait to talk to you, connect with you, see your beautiful face, and guide you along this beautiful, beautiful journey that we get to call motherhood. Lots of love, and until next time, my lovely mama. Bye.